how did the Rothschild control the world with debt? It all started in Frankfurt, Germany. A goldsmith named Amschel Moses Bauer opened a coin shop. Above the door, he hung a sign, a Roman eagle on a red shield. Locals began calling it the Red Shield Firm, or in German, Rothschild. When Bauer's son, Meyer Amschel, inherited the business, he took the name for himself, Rothschild, and he quickly learned that loaning money to governments and kings was far more profitable than loaning to individuals. The loans were massive, and they were backed by the nation's taxes. Impossible to default. Meyer Rothschild had 5 sons. He trained each in the art of finance, then sent 4 across Europe to open branch offices: Paris, London, Naples, Vienna, while the eldest stayed back in Frankfurt. One family network controlling the entire continent. And with that network, they moved money instantly, shared intelligence faster than any government, and funded wars on both sides. No matter who won, the bill with interest always came to the same address. Did you know chewing gum was created by accident? When Mexican dictator Antonio Lopez was exiled, he brought chicle with him to New York, a natural sap from the sapodilla trees of Yucatan. In New York, he partnered with inventor Thomas Adams, hoping to turn chicle into cheap car tires. However, the experiment kept failing. But during the process, they found themselves casually chewing chicle and thought, why not sell it in that way? They cut it into small pieces and labeled it chewing gum. A few years later, Walter Dimer, an accountant at the Fleer Chewing Gum Company, got really bored. During lunch, he decided to sneak into the chemistry lab. Then he mixed random compounds for pure fun, until by accident created a new stretchy version, one you could blow bubbles with, giving birth to the iconic pink bubble gum. Explaining Aristotle's political cycle. A just king rules with wisdom and strength. This is monarchy. But his son inherits power without earning it. He takes whatever he wants. Other men's wives, other men's lives. This is how monarchy rots into tyranny. Then the people must revolt. They overthrow the crown and hand power to the educated and competent, the elite class of society. This is aristocracy. For a time, they govern wisely. But within generations, they hoard wealth, rewrite laws to benefit themselves, and forget the common good. Once again, the people rise up and bring revolution. A government of the people, by the people, for the people. This is democracy. But to stay in power, the ruler must win votes. So leadership becomes a popularity contest. Each new leader campaigns against the last, dividing society deeper. As chaos spreads, a strong man seizes the moment and takes absolute power. The cycle returns to dictatorship. It's not about the system. It's about human nature, which is flawed. Machiavelli. Switzerland makes the world's best milk chocolate. Belgium makes the best filled chocolate. But neither country grows cocoa. Not a single commercial farm. Because 70% of the world's cocoa comes from Africa, cut by children who've never tasted chocolate in their lives. Dawn to dusk. Clear brush, spray chemicals with no masks, lift sacks heavier than their bodies. In 2001, the story hit headlines and the chocolate industry panicked at the bad PR. They pledged to end child labor in cocoa by 2005. It's 2025. An estimated 1.5 million children still work in West African cocoa. Hershey's sale last year? $11 billion. Mars? $45 billion. The supply chain knows. The world knows. And yet, the fields are still full of children. This is the story behind the empty fort strategy. General Liang was resting in a town with only a handful of his troops when scouts reported a huge army approaching. Knowing he stood no chance in a fair fight, he told his men to open the gates and hide. He himself climbed to the top of the city wall, completely alone. No sword, no armor, just flowing Taoist robes, incense burning, and a lute in his lap. The enemy vanguard arrived and saw this bizarre scene. Open gates, a silent town, and in the middle of it all, the most feared strategist in China, calmly playing music. It felt like a trap. All they had to do was march in and take victory, but instead they turned around and fled. Reputation is key to power. Robert Greene. The most brutal replies by great rulers. Julius Caesar was passing through a small village when his men joked about how even this place must have its own petty rulers. Caesar overheard them and said, "I would rather be first in this village than second in Rome." When the Roman Empire was being run by an aging Emperor Augustus, his ministers argued over policy, talking over him as if he were already gone. The old emperor finally raised his hand and said, "Listen to this old man, who was once young and was listened to by old men." Alexander the Great received a peace offer from Persia, half their empire in exchange for ending the war. His general Parmenion urged him to accept it, saying, "If I were Alexander, I would take this deal." Alexander replied, "So would I, if I were Parmenion." He rejected the offer and conquered all of Persia. What was it like to be a sportsman in the old days? You are in the Colosseum fighting for glory and survival. Yeah! The crowd roars, chanting your name. Even the emperor gives you a thumbs up. In the Vikings era, the icy winds bite you as you wrestle a burly warrior. You pin him down, and your clan hails you a hero. Brute strength alone determines honor. In medieval England, you ask a pretty noblewoman for her favor.
Ride well, sir.
You lower your lance, charging at full speed. One strike decides the champion. In ancient Greece, your chariot races, reins taut, hooves pounding, wheels rattling. Only the best cross the line. They give you a crown made of sacred olive leaves.